In this video, I am going to be explaining how to add a project to your LinkedIn profile. So the very first thing you need to do is go to your LinkedIn account. And if you don't have one, you are going to need to make one. And if you do have one, then you're going to need to sign into it. And so generally when you go to your LinkedIn, you're on your home page. So once you're there, you're going to have to go to view profile. And then you are going to go ahead and add a profile section. And you are going to scroll down to skills, nope, additional information, let's see, featured, background. Everyone, so in this video, I'm going to be giving instructions on how to add a project to your LinkedIn account. So the first thing you want to do is go to linkedin.com. If you don't have an account, you're going to need one, so you should go ahead and set that up. But if you do have one, then all you need to do is sign into your account. Typically, when you do sign in, it'll bring you to your home page. And then what you have to do is click on your face on the upper right hand corner, click on view profile, and from there go to add profile section. And you might have to scroll down a little bit, but under accomplishments, you can go ahead and add projects. So if you're a college student, you might want to add a project that you had to do in school. If you want to add one of your work projects, you can feel free to add that. But in this video screencast, I'm going to go ahead and add a school project. You want to make sure you pick a project that mimics something you'd probably be actually doing in your profession, or something that's going to enhance either your resume or your skill set that you have on LinkedIn. So in my example, I'm going to do a technical writing project that I did. So if I was currently working on this project, I would go ahead and click on I am currently working on this project, but since I'm not, I won't click on that. Instead, I put the start date, which was February 2020, and the end date, which was March of 2020. If you don't exactly remember when you started or ended your project, feel free to go back and look at your course syllabus. Usually that might give you an idea, or else you might have to just do your best and estimate. Next is going to ask you, what is this project associated with? So if you have one of your work experiences listed on LinkedIn, it should show up here. If you have your education, it should be here as well. So since this is associated with a college course that I've taken, I'm going to click in associated with student at the University of South Florida, Sarasota, Manatee, showing that this project was associated with me as a student. If you wanted to add the URL, you could. I don't have a URL for this specific project, but if you wanted to, you could add it. And one of the most important aspects is the description. So if you have access to your course syllabus, it would be best to go and kind of remember what your professor was looking for in that assignment, what they wanted you to learn or achieve, and that might help you draft your description for what that assignment was. You might want to include what it taught you, what you learned, or what you wrote about. For example, I'm going to copy and paste what I had here. Let me just fix the errors. So if you do have a grammar checking app or anything, it's very helpful, because you do want to make sure that you're using correct grammar and that you're effectively communicating, because you are going to have professionals looking at this. So you do want to communicate that you know how to communicate and adhere to grammatical rules and whatnot. So in my description, I just talked about what course I was doing this project, and I go ahead and talk about the purpose of the course, what I was supposed to do. I specifically included what my topic was, and then most importantly, I talked about what it taught me and how it's going to impact me as a technical writer in my field. So I really would suggest that you use a description, not to just give a detail about what you did and explain every single thing that you talked about, or even basically don't rewrite your whole essay in the description. Rather than that, use that space to show what you did, what you learned, and how it's going to make you a better candidate for the specific job, or how it's going to help to your knowledge base. So, and then once that's all done, you can go ahead and save it. And if you scroll down, Under accomplishments, you'll be able to see right here, technical writing report. So those who view your profile will be able to see that you have a project, and then when they click on it, they'll be able to learn more about it, or once they expand it, they'll be able to learn more about it. So I definitely highly encourage that you think of some projects that you've done in the past that would really emphasize and enhance your LinkedIn profile. So that concludes my screencast on how to add a project to your LinkedIn profile.